to be successful and get an internship, get a job. But more than that, you get mentorship. You get people who are in your majors, people who care about you, your well-being, to give you advice on what classes to take which semester, what professors might give you a little curve in the end, right? That's necessary. And then even more than that, I keep saying community because community is very important to me. And that's one of the reasons I chose to join a professional fraternity, is you get the community of networking on campus, but off campus, because you get this amazing network of alumni who work at all these amazing people. They work at all these amazing companies that you are also going to be interested in joining. So how do you join, right? So the great thing about professional fraternities is that we recruit both in the fall and in the spring. The spring is very up in the air right now because of COVID and just so much going on, but fall is here and we're recruiting. We're so excited that all 7 of our professional fraternities are going to be recruiting. So the process it's things like this. You're going to come to call out meetings and you're going to do events with these fraternities. And some of the events are going to be a little formal, right? They're going to be interviews, one-on-one or group interviews. And some of them are going to be a little less formal, where maybe it's you and about 10 other rushies and 10 people in the organization. You guys are just talking about what you did that weekend, talking about what you did during COVID, really casual things. And then after, you apply and then you get into one of these fraternities, then you go through a new member education process, which would be about 6 to 10 weeks, depending on the fraternity, where you get to learn more about the values and the bylaws of that organization and how they run their chapter. So what are the Kelley professional fraternities? So we put together a nice Google Drive for you here that you can go ahead and scan right here on your camera, your Snapchat, whatever, where you can see a master calendar of all recruiting events that are going on with our 7 fraternities. You can get a little bit more information about each fraternity. All the slides that we're going to be showing you tonight are going to be in there, the chapter slides, so you don't have to take pictures of them, I promise. And then finally, a piece that's really important to us is you get to hear a little bit more about our diversity, equity, and inclusion efforts in response to Black Lives Matter and George Floyd and police brutality and just everything that's, really coming to unrest in our country right now. So something that is so important to the presidents and I and our advisor Trent and the people who are in our professional fraternities is we want to foster an environment of inclusivity, right? We want to value the individual and let everyone know we're not tolerating people with bigotry. We're not tolerating hatred. We're not tolerating putting down people for things about them that you don't understand or that you haven't had to deal with. We're going to educate ourselves, educate each other, hold ourselves and our peers to a higher standard. So the presidents and a lot of people working behind the scenes put together a statement, outlining what that means. And it's something that we're going to be talking about now and forever, but we just wanted to be clear to you all, if you're interested in joining one of these amazing organizations, just know you're also interested in not being part of any sort of hatred or bigotry towards anyone. So now that I've given my little spiel, it wasn't too long, now you can go to a little more exciting part. You can hear from these amazing organizations. Like I said, there's 7 of them, and we're all just so excited to talk to you and get to know you.
Hey guys, I'm Tarun, and I'm here with Gavin. Do you want to introduce yourself?
Hey guys, I'm Gavin Powell. I'm a sophomore at Kelley, majoring in finance. I rushed AK Sci last fall.
And I'm Tarun. I'm a senior here at IU, and I'm majoring in marketing, ops, and sales. So both of us, and I pledged in spring 18. So both of us have really enjoyed our time at AK Sci. These are our rush dates here on the screen. Our rush info night is actually tonight, right after this, at 8 p.m. It looks like, I think that date's wrong, or that time's wrong, but it's at 8 p.m. tonight if you're interested in learning more about that. But we both just kind of wanted to touch up on like what AK Psi has done for us throughout our collegiate career, both professionally and with just making friends here at IU. So Gavin, I'll let you kind of go first on that.
Yeah, I mean, so these are our 5 pillars that we believe in at AK Psi: brotherhood, unity, service, integrity, knowledge. I'll touch on brotherhood. Last semester I was the AD of brotherhood and basically just planned a bunch of events for brothers to hang out, whether that be a poker night or all going to a pumpkin patch. We all went out and did some philanthropy events together. So really, no matter what you're doing or what your interests and passions are, there's a brother in AK Psi that is probably has the same passions and interests.
Yeah, and kind of going off of that, I was the VP over Brotherhood last semester, and one thing we really do stress is really just fostering a brotherhood that's inclusive of everyone and all different types of people, different perspectives, and giving everyone the opportunity to kind of like find their home here at IU. And I think almost everyone in AKSI can probably attest to that. And kind of going into the other things, we really do value community service, professional development, and all those things. And if it weren't for AKSI, those skills wouldn't have they wouldn't be at the level that they are if it weren't for AKSI. So it's definitely a great organization to be a part of, and we're excited to be networking with you guys after we're done, if you're interested in learning more about AKSI.
All right. Hey guys, how are you? My name is John Pogrzalski. I'm the president of Delta Sigma Pi. I actually rushed way back when, fall my freshman year. I'm currently a senior, so way back when in fall 17. I truly don't think there's a better decision I made in college since then, besides rushing DSP. Truly, one of the best decisions. Who we are as a business fraternity, there are a few things similar to AKSI that we hold valuable to us as a chapter. So 4 pillars that we really embody is diversity, brotherhood, professionalism, and community service. So with diversity, we have done things in the past like having discussions on, group discussions on different things going on in the country or in the world. We've also are currently working on having affinity groups within our organization. Brotherhood wise, we've gone anywhere from Chicago, St. Louis, Nashville, on like different cool formal events, as well as just having more relaxed events like bonfires and things like that, going to Lake Monroe on a boat. Professional wise, I would say that we have done also a lot of great things there. We've gone up to Chicago to see Big Four companies. We've had companies come to us to talk about recruiting and things like that. And then finally, community service. We've done a lot there as well. So a big thing that we always do is annually we will put on a big gala event to raise money for American Cancer Society. Now, I will say this, and you'll see when we have our Meet the Chapter and you guys come out to meet us or network with us, it's a lot more. Those are 4 like really big things that we stand for, but our whole theme for this rush, and you can go to the next slide, Trent, if you would like, is to connect to more. So here is how you can connect to more, going to these different events. And if you want to talk more about it, feel free to join in the breakout session. Megan Reddy on the call with me today is the senior vice president. So I'm going to let her talk now because you're probably sick of hearing me talk at this point.
Thanks, Dogo. Hi, everyone. My name is Megan Reddy. I'm the Senior Vice President of DFU's Alpha Phi Chapter, which means I'm your go-to person for all things recruitment related. As Pogo mentioned, you can see all of our events up on the slide right now. Our Meet the Chapter events, we're having 2 sessions, identical ones, one tomorrow at 7 p.m. and one Friday at 7 p.m. And the remainder of our recruitment events are hybrid, meaning that some are in person, taking all the IU precautions in mind, and we also have some that are virtual. And if you are uncomfortable or unable to make it to an in-person event, we have online alternatives for that as well. So we look forward to getting to know you guys over the next couple of weeks.
All right, hi everyone. I hope everyone is doing well tonight. I hope your first week of classes have been going well as well. So today, my name is Carly. I'm a junior and majoring in information systems and finance. And today I'm just going to talk a little bit about KEP, like what we do, and then like who we are. And then also I'm just going to share a little bit about my experience with KEP and just kind of what I've like experienced through it. So yeah, so KEP is a globally minded business fraternity. And so the original aim of KEP was sort of to just bridge that gap between domestic and international students. And so I personally, I'm a domestic student, and after joining KEP, I've just like met a lot of people from other countries, like outside of the US, like Singapore, China, Japan, South Korea, Thailand, like so many. And I've just like been able to kind of get more unique perspectives on just like everything, like your life, and also just how just getting to know more about like who they are and like their individual like personalities and stuff like that. And it's been a really fun experience. That's also one of the reasons why I joined KEP in the first place. And another reason is because there's sense of brotherhood. And so KEP is a fairly small business fraternity. We have around 30 to 40 active members each semester. And what that means is that your brothers are pretty much like your family members, which is really nice because I know that some of the people that I've met in KEP so far, I can say are definitely some of my closest friends, and I know I'll probably be friends with them for a lifetime. So that's something that makes me really glad that I joined KEP in the first place. And so, as Sydney mentioned earlier, we also do stuff like professional workshops. We also have a mentoring program just for like pledges to go throughout the pledgeship process. And then we also network with alumni. So we have a lot of them just around the world, and we just talk to them from time to time to see how they're doing and just ask them about their experiences. And then you can also see like some of the companies where our alumni have ended up at before. And then on the next slide, on this slide, you can see our Rush event. So something exciting that we're doing for this this semester is that we're offering 2 different pledgeships. So for those who are in a different time zone, so you're overseas taking classes online, we do have an option for you so you don't miss out on this really fun Kelley experience. And so for our Rush events, there are 3. There will be one at 7:30 a.m. and one at 7:30 p.m. For each of them. So feel free to like attend one of them. You don't have to attend both. They'll be the same thing, just at different times to kind of accommodate for time zone differences. And if you come to the breakout room, we'll definitely give you more details about that and answer any questions. And so if you can go to the next slide. That's like a QR code. You can scan that and it'll take you to join a group meet where it will give you updates and details about our Rush events, and we'll answer any questions that you have. And so feel free to scan that, and then I hope to see you in the breakout rooms. Thank you.
Okay. Hello, everyone. My name is Thomas George, and I'm one of the co-intake leaders for Mu Beta Lambda Business Fraternity Incorporated. And can I get my other co-intake leader to introduce himself?
Hello, everyone. My name is Brian Burness. I am also a co-intake leader of Mu Beta Lambda Business Fraternity Incorporated.
And today we just want to explain just the dynamic place that we have here at Mu Beta Lambda and just what we're trying to go for. So our motto and one of the slogans you'll hear throughout the presentation is minority business leaders preparing for achievement. And we take that very seriously in our organization. And we feel that we have the tools and necessary personnel for any person trying to reach that next step in their progression in their professional development to come here and experience something very brotherly and very wholesome. So now Brian's going to continue and talk about our pillars.
Thank you, Anthony. But first off, I'm going to tell you a little bit about what sets us apart at Mu Beta Lambda Business Fraternity, aside from other professional fraternities here at Kelley. First off, we are the nation's first minority-based business fraternity, and our mission is to unite bright minority students and to further develop them into cultured, ethical, exceptional, and enterprising business professionals. And we do this with the 5 pillars of our organization. First off is kinship. We strive to create a strong bond and support system within our family. Second off, we have community service. We do a ton of events in the local Bloomington community, as well as with our corporate sponsors and other external events. For example, we helped with a pageant show for Ivy Tech for special needs students. And let me tell you, to see the smiles in those kids' faces once we had that surprise for them, it was priceless. Third, we have our professionalism pillar. We recognize that as a business fraternity, it is our goal to develop young business professionals and prepare them for the next steps ahead in their career. Fourth, we have is scholarship. We recognize that as an academic organization, our job is to put academics first and have that as a main priority for our organization. And lastly, but certainly not least, diversity and culture. We recognize that there is a large gap in the professional world, and we strive to create inclusion and diversity, not only in our organizations, but also in the career paths that we choose later on. And if you can go to the next slide, please. Here is our week of events. You can see that begins next Monday, August 31st. We have our informational Meet the Muse, kind of like a Meet the Chapter. You get to see everyone. On Tuesday, we have a resume and interview prep workshop. On Wednesday, we have a presentation workshop for students to come in and showcase their skills, as well as receive critiques, as well as just, develop their presentation skills. Doesn't matter what level you're at right there. We're just trying to build everyone up during our week of events. And lastly, we have game night on Thursday. And you can see on the right-hand side of the screen here, we have our contact information for our president, Micah Jackson, as well as for our general questions, we have our info account there posted. I'll also post the intake account for you guys to send questions regarding the intake process or anything that you'd like to do as far as recruit, or any questions you have about recruiting. And lastly, I'm going to wrap it off by passing it over to Anthony to finish it up.
All right, thank you, Brian. So again, the weekend events that we have are dynamic, and they really want to show how we can be personally connected as well as professionally by giving you some tips right off the bat and some of the beneficial attributes you can gain from when joining the week of events and beyond if you do decide to come with us. And we hope to see you in the chat room.
Hi guys, my name is Amy. I'm the Director of Recruitment for PCT, and I'm here with Olivia Emmons today.
Hi, my name is Olivia Emmons, and I'm a senior majoring in Finance and Operations Management. I'm the Vice President of Internal Affairs for PCT, and I rushed in spring of 2019.
Yeah, first of all, we just want to thank you guys for coming out today and spending some of the time to hear about our organization. Phi Chi Theta is a family of over 85 members, and that sounds really big to be called a family, but it really is because we have this truly unique environment that we've fostered over time, and we're open to all majors. So for example, we have actives who are outside of Kelley in SPIA, HLS School of Global and International Studies, Jacobs, Luddy, just to name a few. And our brothers come from all around the world. So there's this really great blend of unique backgrounds and experiences in the fraternity, in addition to the close-knit camaraderie between our brothers. So we just want to make sure that you don't feel like a number in our fraternity and you're getting that experience. Hopefully you guys get the chance to hear about some of our brothers' experiences later tonight when you talk to them. On the screen here, you can see our rush events, which are fully virtual. And on the next screen, you can read a little bit about PCT as a whole. I'm going to hand it off to Olivia now to talk a little bit about our professional benefits.
So first I'm going to talk a little bit about my personal experiences in college and PCT, and then I'll get into a little bit more of what we offer. But my journey through college has been kind of an unusual one, but PCT has helped me through it all. I was only a second semester sophomore when I rushed, second semester freshman, excuse me, from Northern Indiana, and I was scared beyond belief. After I received the professional development needed and the push to get out of my comfort zone from fellow brothers, I finally grew a lot. So Phi Chi Theta has numerous opportunities, and I'm sure a place for you. We have a great alumni network with connections in PwC, Deloitte, KPMG, and so much more. We also have brothers who are involved in various workshops, Kelley organizations, and clubs outside of Kelley as well. And during our pledgeship process, you will learn about the history of our organization, its purpose, its values, but also make lifelong friends. In fact, Amy and I were actually in the same pledge class, and I know I can literally count on her for anything. I'm sure many of the business fraternities can offer a similar experience, but what makes PCT different is its home. We are a medium-sized business fraternity with approximately 85 members, like Amy mentioned, and that might seem like a smaller number to you, but each and every one is a friendly face in PCT. Like I mentioned our pledgeship process before, we live out a brotherhood. We live out our brotherhood pillar by involving the opportunity to do a casual interview with each and every active. And this brings us together and creates a sort of unity. But that being said, I know this semester isn't exactly what anyone was hoping for, but I can assure you that PCT is doing everything we can to ensure our brothers' safety, but also to continue our fraternity's success virtually. We hope you get a chance to check out at least one of our Open Rush events, and I look forward to seeing you guys there. Now I'll pass it back over to Amy.
Yeah, just to wrap things up, if you guys have any questions, just feel free to shoot us an email or come to our info panel night. It's going to be webinar style, just like this one. And if you have any questions, again, I invite you to come out to our Rush events. Shoot us an email at pctZetaAda@gmail.com. And thank you guys.
Good evening, everybody. How we doing? Good? Good to hear. All right. My name is Pete Newton. I am the president of PGN, which is Phi Gamma Nu, if you say it the long way. In this slide here, you'll see a lot of pictures of our PGN members having a lot of fun. And you'll also, across the bottom, see our 3 pillars: philanthropy, professionalism, and social. So I know when you all came to college, you came to IU, and I bet a lot of you are probably studying business. I bet there's a lot of pressure that you feel to do well, to excel, to get a job, to get internships, so you can succeed in the real world, because that's, after all, that's what we're all trying to do. And that's what PGN can do for you from the professionalism pillar. We will help you right now, as soon as you get into the organization, with jobs, with interviews, with resources for your resumes, literally any professional help you need, we can help you. We also realize that within these 4 years, you're going to take a lot from the school. You're going to take a lot from the Bloomington community. You're going to use it to grow. We also realize that we need to give back a little bit. And that's what our philanthropy pillar is. It allows us to give back to the Bloomington community, because we realize that life isn't important except for the impact you have on other lives. And so if we're going to have a positive impact, we need to impact our community, which is what you can see in our philanthropy pillar there. We have people shoveling, looks like shoveling rocks. They're building a house over on 17th and on Fee. And other events we do for philanthropy are much like what other organizations do as well. We volunteer at Special Olympics bowling each week, where we get to bowl with people with intellectual disabilities. It's really an upholding event, and it brings a lot of joy to you. At the end of the day, we realize we're a business fraternity at an institution in the Big Ten. These 4 years might be the best 4 years of your life. I hope not. But we realize that a lot of times, all you want to do is just have fun with your friends. And that's what PGN lets you do. It lets you get together with your friends, spend time with each other, and have a ton of fun. Because at the end of the day, you don't really take the professional development with you. The philanthropy you leave behind as an impact, but the brotherhoods and the friendships that you carry with you are what really matter. And so that's what PGN stands for, is professionalism, philanthropy, and social. And now I'm going to hand it over to our VP of membership, Sandy Saikumar, and she's going to take it from here.
Awesome. Thanks, Pete. Hi, everyone. My name is Sandy, and I'm the Vice President of Membership for Phi Gamma Nu, which means I'm entirely in charge of this recruitment process, and I'm also in charge of the new member education process for our new members. So I kind of wanted to walk you guys through our Open Rush schedule. Unfortunately, this slide is a little incorrect, but I'm going to put in the chat our website, a remind code that you can text to get Rush updates, and our Instagram handle. I'm about to send that right now. So our Meet the Chapter is actually going to be on September 1st and September 3rd. So that's the only thing that's wrong. It is on Remo, and the time is correct. It is from 7:30 to 9 p.m. So these are 2 different Meet the Chapter opportunities to meet a couple of our members, hear some of them speak, hear more from Pete about his experience and his experience leading the chapter for the past year. And we're going to have that twice. So in case you can't make one, you can come to the other one. So after the 1st and the 3rd, we're going to have a social event on the 4th, September 4th, from 4 to 5:30 p.m. And this is basically just going to be some more open networking, kind of free floating to meet a bunch of our other members. And there may or may not be a ton of cahoots involved. So you definitely want to be there for that. And then the weekend following, so that would be September 5th and September 6th, we're going to have sessions of what we call PG networking, which is essentially speed dating. This is always everyone's favorite events to come to. You're just going to be meeting a ton of new members, maybe reconnecting with some of our active members that you talked to at the other events, and you're going to hear some fun questions and answer them. Anything from, do you pronounce it as data or data? What TV show would you live in? What's your proudest moment? Things like that. Just some fun, lighthearted questions so we can get to know you guys. And then that's September 6th, which is that Sunday. Our application is due at 6 p.m. But like I said, I put the handle in the chat, the website, and then that little code that you can text to 81010, and you'll get all the updates from us if anything changes, and all the other details we have are on our website and are on our Instagram as well. So if you have any questions, definitely just send us a DM and we'll be happy to answer them. And hopefully you guys join our big breakout room, and we can't wait to meet you. Thanks.
All right. Hi, everyone. So glad you all are here. Thanks for taking the time to come out tonight. So my name is Hannah Miller. I am the president of Pi Sigma Epsilon, or PSE, and I'm a junior majoring in information systems and business analytics. So basically, PSE is a professional business fraternity focused on providing our members with the opportunity to grow professionally, prepare them for success in their careers, build friendships, and also give back to our community. So joining PSE as a freshman, this might sound cheesy, but it was the best decision I made in college so far. I had no idea what I wanted to pursue coming into Kelley, but being able to attend PSE resume mock interview workshops and corporate sponsor events has really helped me discover what I'm passionate about, as well as providing me the opportunity to meet some of my best friends. I remember going to our annual national convention in Florida my freshman year and being a bit intimidated by the fact that I was the only freshman attending from our chapter, but everyone really went out of their way to make sure that I felt included. And that one weekend, it really just sparked the start of some of the strongest friendships I've made in PSE and really opened my eyes to how genuine our members are. So with everything being virtual right now, it's not a normal semester, and it might be a while before we can attend that national convention again and have our regular social, community service events, etc. But we have really worked hard to provide our members with even more opportunities than usual. Our professional development team has worked this summer to bring in Eli Lilly as a local sponsor to our chapter. And alongside that, we are adapting and finding ways to keep that social bond between our members really healthy. So with all that being said, I hope you can attend our recruitment events and explore all that's possible through PSE. And I'm going to hand it off to Max, our Director of Recruitment, to explain a little bit more about our process and how it's going to go virtually these next couple weeks.
Hi guys, so like Hannah said, my name is Max. I'm the Director of Recruitment at PSE. So as Hannah kind of touched on, this semester we're recruiting entirely virtually. It's all going to be on Zoom. You can find our entire Open Rush schedule on our website, epsilonomicron.pse.org. If you come to our breakout rooms right after this session, you'll have a QR code where you can find all that stuff. Additionally, we have a text reminder program. If you just text recruitment to 31996, we will text you updates on all of our events and anything else that may be going on. You can see it right there, and we'll also have it again in our breakout rooms. And so our first, if we go to the next slide, you can see our first recruitment event is Meet the Chapter on the 31st at 7 p.m. So we hope to see you guys there. And if you have any questions, please you can contact me. My name is Max Tongmingju, and I'll be in the breakout rooms if you follow me there. And I hope that we can see you guys after the event.
All right. I think that is it. Yes, it is. You should all be excited. First of all, thank you to Max for pronouncing his last name. I was really hoping he did that there at the last second. So my next slide, I'm going to encourage the presenters, if they need to get to their Zoom rooms, to go now, to go into your Zoom rooms, because I'm going to give everyone a QR code. But I want to encourage, we have 256 people that are on right now, and I just saw it tick up. That means 256 people are going to dump into these Zoom rooms. So be patient with the organizations to make sure that they can get you through and answer some of your questions. A lot of them are going to have moderators and going to send you to breakout rooms to talk to people. If you get in a room that's really crowded, we have 6 other organizations that you can go talk to tonight and ask about the process. So here is the QR code. This will give you the Zoom links that you've probably experienced in other things so far, but this will give you that so that you can go talk to those professional fraternities. You can leave this room now as soon as you get that email. The DEI statement that the presidents want you to read is in that email as well, to make sure that you understand their expectations for you to create inclusive environments in the professional fraternity world. I will stick around on this screen with this up. So if you are able to go through, this portal and get Zoom links, great. If you cannot use a QR code, I can find the link for you and put it in the chat. Just put the question and answer in. If you have other questions, I can answer for you as you head out to all of these Zoom rooms that should be working. So, great question about if you're unable to attend any of the Welcome Week events. I would say that you should go ask an individual fraternity that and explain why you're not able to, especially if it has to do with time zones. They're very flexible in that. But I also would say if you're unable to attend the Rush events, you can recruit in the spring, which might be your better interest, because that is very important. Part of the process is introducing yourself to the fraternity members so that you can go through their whole membership process.